look at love for our friends. Welcome to Truth Talk Wisdom Walk with C.A. Curtis. I'm Carolyn. C.S. Lewis said Philia, or friendship, was unnecessary for survival. It was not valued like it was in the Greek and medieval world. He was right that few movies or books are written about platonic friends unless it leads to romantic or family love. Friends can even be a diversion from the most important things in life. For a parent to neglect spouse and children for time with friends can be irresponsible. Perhaps it was easier for Greek philosophers to spend hours with friends because slaves, servants, or wives tended the children. Times and circumstances matter. It takes time and energy to have friends. As children become independent, our circle of friends may include their friends and other families. These long-term friendships enrich life. Friendship is freely chosen. Although we're expected to be kind and polite, no one is obligated to be anyone's friend. While friendship is naturally exclusive, it is honest, humble, trustworthy, respectful, caring, and fun. During his life, Professor Lewis had thousands of acquaintances, fans, and students, but friends called him Jack. His 10 abiding friendships were based on literary interests, respect, and admiration of character qualities. His brother, Warnie, was cherished as his closest friend. Their relationship was forged after the death of their beloved mother. The young boys were left to protect and console each other in the face of their father's erratic grief, and they eventually lived together at the kilns. It is a special treasure when siblings and family members are also close friends. His friends enriched him, inspired creative genius, and were with him through the challenges of his complex and demanding life and relationship with his deceased friend's mother. The greater challenge to Jack's friendships came later, when he married author Joy Gresham. His friend, J.R.R. Tolkien, disapproved because she was a divorcee. In family, we tolerate, overlook, and accept personality differences that would prevent friendship from even forming. And because of that, I'm going to talk about personality theories here. Personality theories about who we are inside and out and why we do what we do began with the father of medicine, Hippocrates, over 2,000 years ago. He thought people had 4 tendencies or temperaments: choleric, sanguine, phlegmatic, and melancholic. Modern versions sprang from his model and are listed in this order. So the leader, control; optimist, fun; validator, peace; evaluator, perfect. The love version is from Les and Leslie Parrott, while the flag page of motivations is from Laugh Your Way to a Better Marriage. Today, psychologists use the Big Five. However, I like to use love, flag page, and the Big Five aspect scale. The Big Five measures openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Although I'm not thrilled with using that term in these, since it used to be a label in the DSM for mental health, but anyway. So these tests, though, are available online, and you can answer questions which reveal your unique personality traits. Do we like adventures more than quiet times at home? Is following rules, avoiding conflict, and worrying about the future high on our list? Do crowds energize or deplete us? And meanwhile, Hexaco is a test from Canada with the addition of honesty, humility to that list. I think that's important. We all notice the presence or absence of these qualities. We have these traits in different measure. No one is only a leader or only a perfectionist. Rather, we're a mix of the traits. Although personality is relatively fixed at birth, we do learn to modify our actions and reactions. Few grown-ups rage with anger or throw themselves on the floor with screaming fits if they don't get their way. If so, the likelihood of friends would be slim to none. Rude demands or whiny accusations are not tolerated, and friendship would not develop past a hint of disrespect or contempt. We are naturally drawn toward personality traits we respect and those that interest us. Friends are generous with no need for jealousy. We have room for new friends, hopefully, if you're going to stay friends, room for new friends to share talents with the group. A big difference between lovers and friends is that friends do not need to be needed. Neediness would contaminate the relationship and turn it sour. Lovers often talk about their loving feelings and deep need for one another. This would be odd among friends who instead talk about interests, others, things, ideas, and activities. We are creatures of habit. We prefer familiar faces and spaces. Where do you go out to eat? Where do you choose to sit? Where do you shop and park your car? In all cultures and countries, it is normal to prefer what we know and trust, at least most of the time. It's about security. Co-workers, like neighbors, come and go through life, but some become lasting friends and remain close in spite of time and distance. You could move miles away, but a visit or a call invites you back into your appreciation for each other. My childhood friends faded into memory when I moved. Yeah, 2 I never saw again. 1 I saw years later for short visits that I made happen. But those hours spent with Maggie and Sally and Peggy Jo in Amarillo, Texas, helped me learn how to share, listen, and be friends. School in California was a blur of more school changes with awkwardness, not fitting in, required gym showers, and lonely lunchroom noise. With 3 elementary, 2 middle, and 2 high schools, friendships had little time to grow and ended with a school year and another move. With my children, I determined to live in the same neighborhood long enough for them to make lifelong friends. The idea of friends as an unnecessary diversion never entered my mind. Such a life would feel dreary and lonely. Friends offer encouragement, validation, fun times, and help you get up when you trip and fall. That makes friends important to me for mental and physical health. Most of us, like Lewis, have a few really close friends and many companions and very many acquaintances. Some are for a season. Some are for a lifetime. Some come in and out of our lives. Friends aren't lockstep in agreement, and there's room for debate and challenge. Tolkien, who wrote The Lord of the Rings, was a close friend of Lewis, and they critiqued each other's work. He challenged Jack to rethink his atheism, and Jack finally accepted that the story of Jesus as a myth was actually true, and the greatest story behind all stories. Their friendship faded when Lewis, influenced by a friend, joined the Anglican instead of the Catholic Church and did not invite Tolkien to his wedding. Lewis later told him he missed him, and when Lewis was dying, Tolkien reconnected. Even surrounded by people, we can be isolated, hunched over our phones, not making eye contact, not talking to each other. We text someone on our phone who ignores who they're with to text us back. Screen time has hijacked face-to-face, side-by-side friendship. Glass and plastic FaceTime can never replace touch and eye contact. Our body knows the difference between real and facsimile. Not that it's sometimes, it's great sometimes to just touch bases with our friends who are a long distance away, but if that's all we have, we're in trouble. Research is clear and backed up by our everyday experience that loneliness, depression, and anxiety plague this era of social media. For children and teens, excessive screen time is especially damaging and impacts their development and their ability to think and manage their feelings. These problems impact social competence and their ability to make and be friends. What are we doing to ourselves and our kids? In Huxley's Brave New World, real friendship, like family, was never allowed. Citizens were programmed and desensitized to death. Deep relationships would interfere with a shallow utopia where work and play fit the master plan. After all, to ensure happiness, people must be protected from the risk of loss and disappointment. Really? Which love invites. Love makes us vulnerable. We risk rejection or loss. We risk challenges to grow up and learn how to share our time, our hearts, and our future. But it is in taking the risk that the best adventures and the deepest lessons are possible. On the downside, along with using friends as an excuse to neglect responsibility, it can go bad when birds of a feather are vultures or birds of prey against the vulnerable. Who wants to get in trouble by themselves when friends can join the fun of stealing a car or going for a joyride? We like to belong. Who wants to walk dangerous streets alone when joining a gang offers some friendship and protection, but a dangerous one? It's hard to say no to friends who want you to join them to find excitement and do drugs or rob a store. But when a friend is strong enough to challenge friends to do better and be better, lives are transformed. Friendships grow with common interests. When those interests are in truth, wisdom, love for God and others, well, that is what happened when a small, diverse group of friends in early AD followed Jesus, challenged paganism, and changed the known world. Reconnect with your friends and your family in real time. Love truth, be grateful, and do good. Please like and subscribe for more content. And thank you for joining the journey of Truth Talk, Wisdom Walk. And I'm on this journey with you, learning every day, practicing Truth Talk, and praying for more wisdom. And remember, the views expressed on Truth Talk Wisdom Walk are presented for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. Until we meet again.